Hi all, this is Rahul. Welcome to my YouTube channel Automation Tour. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and click on notification bell. So today's our topic is API testing using JustShot, where I will give you introduction. I will tell you how to set up the environment. Along with this, I will tell you how to write test by using JustShot. Right? So what is JustShot and its advantages? So JustShort is a Java library that provides a domain-specific language for writing powerful, maintainable tests for RESTful APIs. Our second point is JustShort supports various HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete, head, patch, and options. It also can be integrated with testing framework like JUnit and TestNG. Here I am going to integrate rest assured with TestNG, not JUnit, right? Rest assured is implemented in Groovy, like rest assured is written in Groovy language, right? It also supports given, when, then test notation, which instantly makes your test human readable. It means we are going to follow BDD approach here. So it will become very easy to understand, right? Since we are using given, when, then here. Now we will see how to set up the environment. So we need Java, Eclipse, Maven, TestNG and rest assured dependencies. So first we need to check whether Java is installed in our system or not. For that, I will open CMD and type Java version and enter. So since in my system Java is already installed, that is why I am getting here Java version. If in your system it is not installed, you will get some message here. So if it is not installed, please install it first, right? Now we need Eclipse as IDE. You can use even IntelliJ or anything else, but I'm using Eclipse here. And we need to use Maven. So Maven is already there in Eclipse. For the newer version, you'll get Maven by default in the Eclipse. But if you're using older version, you need to install it. Might be. So I will tell you how to install it if you are using older version. So don't worry. We need TestNG as well as just assured dependencies. So if you scroll down, you will see various dependencies here, right? So as of now, in this session, I'm going to use these two, rest assured dependencies and TestNG dependencies. These are the dependencies I'm going to use in my upcoming videos. So don't worry, I will tell you later. Now at the end of the video, I will take one API and I will print these things: response body, status code, content type, status slide, and time. So let me open Eclipse. Now I will create one Maven project. Suppose in your Eclipse, if you don't have Maven, then what you need to do, just go here, just click on help, click on Eclipse marketplace. Now it is taking some time, so let's wait a couple of seconds here. Actually, you can see here find is there, right? You can even now you can type Maven and hit enter. You'll find one link here, so you can click here and install in case if you don't have Maven. But in my Eclipse, Maven is there, so I will directly create one project. So first click on file, click on new. So I'm getting Maven project here. So suppose in your case you are not getting any Maven project here, so click on other and you can search here Maven. Now you will get Maven project. Click here, click on next. Now this is by default, like use default workspace location. So by default location is there. But since suppose you need to change work location, then what you need to do, just uncheck it and you can browse your location according to your need. But I will be using default location only. So click on next and this is by default 1.1. So I'm not going to change here. Click on next and give group ID. I will give group ID as just dot assured dot demo and artifact ID as just short, let it be demo1 because it's already there, so I will give different name, just a short demo1. Now click on finish. So you'll find one project, right? So just click here and go to pom.xml, and you will find by default one JUnit dependencies are there. So but we need testng, right? So we will remove this one and we need to add these two, rest assured and testng. So let me open Chrome, go to incognito mode. Now I will search Maven dependency, click on first link and search here just assured. Since I have already searched, that is why it is showing. So in your case you can write and search just assured and click enter. You will find this link. Make sure you take the jar of io.rest assured. So I will click here and click on this 4.3.0. This is the updated one, and we need to copy this one. Copy this, go to your Eclipse and paste it. So this is just a short dependency. We need to add testng also, right? So go here to search testng and you'll find one org.testng. So click here and this is the current one 7.1.0 and copy this one and go to your Eclipse and paste it. Now save it. So once you will save, you will get all the related jars inside Maven dependencies, right? So Control S. So you'll see building workspace. Now all the required jars are downloaded. So you will find one issue here because this is by default you will get one Java file. So let me delete this. So I will create our own Java class. Just go to this package, right click, new and create one class. So I will give class name as rest assured sample code and click on finish. You'll find this. So inside this we need to write one method, right? Public void test. Now we need to give @test. Since we are following testng here, so we need to import testng, right? So if you will go here, you will find here import test. Make sure you will import from org.testng. So just click it. Now error is not there, right? Now we need to write our rest assured code. So for that we need to write rest assured dot get. So inside this get we need to pass URL, your API, right? So I will tell you one free API. Go to REQRES website. If you scroll down, I will take this API. This is free API. Just click here. You will find the URL. Click here. Now this is the URL you need to copy. Control C. Go here and semicolon. Now we need to store it somewhere, right? So we will create one variable here. Response is equal to, and we need to give response here. So this is response class and this is variable. Now you'll see like you are getting one issue here, right? So just go here and import, like import response. Make sure it is coming from io.resassured.response. Click it here. Now, as I told while starting of the video, we need to print this thing, right? So this is the API. Once we will fetch the records, we need to print these things like response body, status code, content type, status line, and time. So let me show you in Postman. I have already copied this URL here. So once you will click on send, so this is get request. So once you will click on send, you will fetch this, right? So this is the response body and this is the status. So these things we are going to do in Rest Assured, and this is Postman, right? So now we need to use response dot, what we need to use, response body. Now get body, get, if you will type control space, you will get option here. Just type get body here. See, just click it and give semicolon. Now we need to print it, right? We need to write system.println, right? Now syso control space, copy this one and paste inside this. Just remove this one. Since our response is in string, we need to write dot as string, right? Just click on as string, control S. Now we need to run. Before running this, I want to tell you one thing. Like suppose if you click right click, go to run as, if you will not find test-ng test, it means you don't have test-ng plugin in your Eclipse. So what you need to do, just go your Chrome and type plugin test-ng plugin for Eclipse and click here first link, and you'll find this thing, this page. So click in Eclipse and click in install the plugin and scroll down. You'll find this link. You need to copy this link. I have already copied this link in my notepad. So I will copy this and go to Eclipse. Click on help. Click on install new software. Click on add and give any name here. I will give test-ng and paste it here. Right. Now you need to click on add. So I already have test-ng here. So if you don't have, you can do this process and install it, right? So I will not install it. Just I will close. Now I will run, right? Right click, run as. So suppose you, after doing that also, you are not finding test-ng test here, so you can click on run configuration and you can select test-ng here and you can run once again. So right click, run as test-ng test. If you go to console, you will find the response body. See, data id is equal to 2, email id. So all the response body is printed here. If you will match this response with Postman response, see, all are same. Data id 2, email, first name, last name, first name, last name. So all body are same, right? So this we have done through Postman, and here we are doing through Rest Assured. So let me do for others also. So we have done for response body and we need to do for status code also, content type. So let me copy this, control V, just remove this one, get, and if you will enter control space, you will find this option. and click on get status code, right? So I will write all, and after that I will run at once. So after this we need to do for content type. Let me copy this, Control V, get content. Just click Control space, you will get option get content type, and we need to do for status line and time. Status line, get status line, field control and space, status, this one, status line. See, get status line, and at last we need to do for time, get control space, you will get option get time, right? Control S and run. Right click, go to run as, and test-ng test. Just click in console, maximize it, and you'll find all the details here. See, response body is printed, status code is printed, and after that content type also printed, status line and time, and this is test got passed, right? So all the details are printed here, right? By using test as a short. Now we can do even assert also. So let me do assert for status code. We will match from actual and requested one. So let me write int status code is equal to, we need to copy this, right? Whole response and semicolon. So the response is stored in this variable. Now we need to use this variable, right? We need to write assert dot assert equals and actual and expected, right? So this is my actual status code. So we need to copy this one. And what is expected? 200. Now Control S. Now we will run. Right click, run as test-ng test. Okay. Double click it. You can see here our test got passed. And if you click in test result of running class, you can see all our tests got passed, whatever we have written in our code, right? So we'll go to our code, and one more thing I will tell you, like in the starting of the video I told you we can follow BDD approach here, right? So I will go to official website of Rest Assured. So it is taking time. I don't know why it is taking time here. Okay. So click here, and if you scroll down, you will find getting started. So click here, getting started, and just scroll down. You will find user guide. Click here, and if you scroll down, you will find this, see, get then body. So if you go to this link, you can find like they are using BDD approach here. So same thing I'm going to use here. So before using that, I'm going to tell you one thing, like we need to make this rest assured import one as static, okay, and dot star. So once you will make this import as static, no need to use this rest assured. So once we'll remove also, it will work. So it's working, right? So no need to write that rest assured here. Even we can make this as static and we can remove that one, right? So By mistake it came as, so I will remove this one. Now we'll create one more method. Inside this we'll use that BDD approach. So let me create one more method. Public void test1, and we need to write that BDD approach here, right? So once you go to this website, you will find we need to import one more thing, this one, org hamcrest matchers, in case we are using given when then. So we need to import this one. Just copy this, go to your Eclipse, enter, paste it, and import. Make sure you will write static here. Static dot star semicolon, right? So we are going to use, we have not used this one, that is why it is showing like this, right? So now we need to use given enter when enter dot get. Inside this get we need to pass URL, our API URL. So let me copy this and I will paste it here. Now we will check our status code here. Let me write here dot status code, and we need to pass 200, right? Why it is not coming? We are getting issue here, right? Status code. Okay, we have not used then, right? So our BDD approach is we need to write given when, and after when we need to write then. So we need to write then. Just click it. Then dot get dot status code. So why are I getting this given when? Sorry, after we need to remove this one. So inside when we need to write get, and after this we need to write then dot then. Actually we are doing validation here, right? So validation we need to write after then. So we will remove this one and then enter. After this we need to write validation. So status code. See, expected status code. What is our expected status code? It's 200 and semicolon. Now it will run. Just right click, then as test-ng test. If you will go to console, you will find only one test. Why only one test? Just a minute. So we will run once again. Right click, then as test-ng test. Now it is running once again. You can see here test only. Why it is there test? Okay. We have not written here, right? At the there test we need to write, right? Now then as test-ng test console. So you can see here both the tests are passed, right? Test and test1, which we have written here. This is test1 and this is test. So by using this also BDD approach, we can test our status code, right? Now, so this is the way you can test all the things, right? Like you can see BDD approach, you can see like simple there's a short code. So this way you can write. If you don't want to use Postman, then this way you can test your API, right? Now suppose you want to test your body. Like this is our body, right? Response body. You want to test this too, whether this ID is equal to 2 is there or not. So we will test through there's a shell. So what we'll do, we'll remove this one dot body. You'll find this one. Just click here, and instead of these two things, we'll remove this one, and we'll pass what we need to pass, data dot id, data dot id, and should be equal to, right? So if you'll go to official website here, you can see here for equal they have used equal to. So we are going to use the same thing here, equal to semicolon. It should be equal to 2. So we need to pass 2 here. Now we will run. Right click, then as testng test. So go to your console. You can see here both the tests are passed here, right? So thank you. I hope you understood all the concept which I explained in this video. If you like the video, please like, comment and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and click on notification bell. Thank you and take care.